The landlord throws the record on the ground and slams the door on his way out, agitating Nino. She's about to chase after him, but the store owner stops her. She's stupid, that's what. Store owner shakes her head, sighs, and quietly kneels down to pick up the record. I'm sorry, I didn't expect that he would run off because of my words. I'll go after him, I won't let him throw you out. It's his shop, he will do what he wants, dude. 11 also types frantically in a panic, apologizing for the conflict that was sparked by her radio recordings. I mean, honestly, he was very genuine. I thought when they introduced the landlord character, they would go into like, ha ha ha, I am the landlord, I am your god or whatever. You will do what I say, to sort of like deal. And we just like fucking break records and like start screaming and stuff like that. But no, he was fairly reasonable. It's okay, I've been expecting this day for a long time. Even without you guys, they would find other reasons to drive me away. Huh? The store owner holds the record against her chest, gazing at and gently stroking the cracks on the corner cover. I know that Eastside doesn't like these kind of records. Here these sounds are all considered wrong. But these stubborn artists are persistent in voicing their innermost feelings, even if others curse them and their works are distorted beyond recognition. I really like them, and I really like these works of art, so I've been collecting these obscure records. But my power is just too small. I can't protect them, nor can I protect myself. The people who complain make it impossible for me to do business during the day, but at night there are no customers. I can't make any money. My shop is bound to close sooner or later, just a matter of time. So maybe this is an opportunity for me to get out, let go of everything. Maybe it's time for me to consider some practical issues. The store owner sighs and gently places the record back on the shelf. It's just a shame that 11 might have to find a new job, huh? 11 suddenly hands the store owner a pair of headphones, startling her. She looks straight at the store owner with a determined expression. You want me to listen to something? The store owner puts on the headphones. How would she even put on the headphones? There are no ears. And 11 takes out the record just now and puts it on the record player. What, her head? After a while, the store owner seems a bit relaxed, humming softly to the sounds in the headphones. Pierce through the noisy silence until you hear my voice. Scale the tumbling walls and wait quietly in the ruins for the wind to rise. Taking off her headphones, the store owner is silent for a long time. I know your difficulties, so it's not my place as an outsider to tell you what to do. How is she speaking now? Oh, maybe the fucking voice recorder or whatever. The communication device. Tell you what to do, but I also know how much you love these songs. In this city, no one else is selling these kind of records anymore. If you give up too, then these sounds will truly disappear. Even though a lot of people are causing trouble, there are still people who will sneak into our shop to buy these records, right? No matter what decision you make, I will help think of a solution with you. I just don't want you to have any regrets. Thank you, 11. Oh, she turned back? What the hell? You're right, there are still people who want to hear these songs. There are still people who need these sounds. Store owner lifts her head for a moment. It seems as if her phonograph head has disappeared and a blonde woman with shining eyes is standing before you. The worst case scenario is just moving the shop to a new location. I will figure something out for those customers and for those artists. 11 also flashes a smile. But funds are indeed a problem. Anyways, we can't rent a place right now. Maybe I should go back to my hometown and think of a solution there. In the face of these practical problems, the store owner resumes her phonograph form as if what you just saw was a momentary illusion. You blink at the sight of the store owner who is downcast along with 11. The sounds of persistence, eh? Just look at the pocket radio and the record store owner. The record shop owner, who has been assimilated by this world and whose head is transformed into a phonograph, has granted refuge in her store to Elvin, Chief, and Nino. Her childhood dream was to own a record shop, but now she barely managed to keep it running. But the thing about her is, like, what did the landlord didn't even pay attention to us transforming? I guess they don't pay as much attention to us because we are starting to assimilate. At first, they were paying attention to us because we were not assimilated at all. When our characters are starting to assimilate, so now they're getting into it. Night 1, silent conversation. Woman named Elvin. For some reason, Elvin's lost her voice. Something is telling you that... Yeah, we already know this. If you really have something to do with the radio station, then... Do you know about the urban legends about ghost calls and this radio station? You seem to have frightened Elvin. Her shoulders hunch up and her head slowly lowers. What is that in her head? Oh, that's a phone. I don't know. After I arrived in this world, I lost my voice. If the owner of this record store hadn't remembered me... Oh, remembered me, so she actually know them in IRL. 11 glances towards the store entrance. The store owner is dozing off in her chair, her phonograph head bobbing up and down, her stylus flicking. We were drawn to this by the legend of the ghost call in the radio show called Call at 3 AM. The record you played for us is a recording of that show, which makes me suspicious of you. Can you tell me why you lost your voice? Nino and I have faced similar dangers, but we didn't lose our voices. Eleven picks up a comm device, seemingly wanted to type something, but in the end she stops. Other than shaking her head, she makes no other movements. You are inextricably linked to the radio station that controls this world. Does your phone have anything to do with you losing your voice? How would she know though? She's definitely linked though. Your voice becomes a little high-pitched from the urgency, which makes Elvin lower her head even more. She bites her lip, unable to utter even simple syllables, only shaking her head.
You're so scary. Even if it's for work, can't you be a bit gentler with ladies?
Oh, that's hilarious. He is an interesting case. He's not like dense like anime protagonist. They didn't make him like that, because there's like a communication with who is it? Kokalik, right? Yeah. I think there's a conversation with Kokalik where she's like, come fucking bathe with me, but she's not actually saying bathe with me. She's actually saying like prepare my bath, but she worded it like that, and he was like, isn't that a bit inappropriate? Like all professional. Like he's not dense like anime protagonist. He's just extraordinarily professional. I mean, he has to go through procedure, so it might be a bit scary, but whatever. And we don't need to be... I don't think anyone would be scaring an S-class sinner, honestly.
What are you staring at me for?
The store owner, who has been sitting at the doorway, also comes over after hearing the commotion. He gently squeezes Eleven's shoulder and speaks to you in a somewhat humble tone.
Oh, officer. She loves those pleasant sounds, so she mimicked the radio show host and recorded quite a few opening lines. But now that she can't speak anymore, she's more anxious than anyone else. Whenever that radio show at 3 AM starts, Levin can't sleep. Look at the dark circles under her eyes. They're practically all the way down to her chin.
That is actually horrifying. If someone's dark circle were down to their chin, that is actually fucking crazy. And one of the things is, I never understood why the MBCC chief does not carry a gun on him. Like, holy shit. Like, I understand that he does not exercise because he constantly is just working in the bureau. He doesn't even have time to do all that. Two things I never understand about him is that he would not use his shackle unless someone was like grabbing him by the balls and squeezing him. And actually even then he wouldn't use them. He will only use them when he's like, okay, they might just actually rip them off at this point. So only then he would use the shackles. It's just the most stupid shit. And other thing, he does not have time. So he does not have like strength. So just carry a gun. Carry a fucking gun. That's the whole point of a gun. Practically all the way down to her chin. 11 hurriedly nods. She sneaks a glance at you, then lowers her head, not daring to meet your gaze. Seeing the situation, you sigh softly, then squat down to look directly into Elvin's eyes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. There's a serious issue with a big impact. I'm guessing that many people in the real world have also been implicated, so if you know the radio ghost who's causing the trouble, you should try to give me some clues. 11 lowers her eyes, bites her lips. Her low spirits are almost palpable. She lightly taps her comms device, typing rapidly. If I did something wrong, please just tell me. If my performance is poor or if I made you uncomfortable, it's all my fault. I'm not blaming you. I just want to find a solution as soon as possible. You also want to get your voice back, right? Elvin thinks for a moment, then starts typing slowly. I've always loved radio shows. After graduating from college, with the encouragement of the owner of this record store, I got an offer from a radio station. I was about to have my own program. But because I was inexperienced and new, they kept pushing back the time slot they gave me, and until Finally, I got a 3 a.m. program.